Hi, welcome to the Hefty Show. This is the episode one, and this is called "Art as a Way of Life." I'm going to be I'm saying I'm going to be discussing how I see art and how I feel it impacts, like the impact of art in our day to day life and all that. And I'm going to use my favorite book for this year as an example. This is Matthew Perry is memoir, and yeah, there's like I've recently just finished reading it, and there's just so much to unpack in the book. There's so much insightful things. Like you read it and you dig down into like your life. You try to see the world in a different way and everything. I might be biased because Matthew Perry, like, he was one of my favorite actors, but then I think if you like books and you like art and you love Matthew Perry, you know I'm not being biased. Yeah. So initially, I was going to call this episode "Book Art and Everything in Beauty." I just changed the title and I changed it to Art as the Way of Life." First of all, I think everyone knows Matthew Perry from Friends. Like literally, that's the first movie I saw him, and like I loved him. Like I loved Chandler. Like the character he plays, like my favorite character in the show, and I loved him. And honestly, even till now, he's there they make me feel some type of way. Like anytime I go to, because like I've stalked everything about him since the day he died so much that anytime I go to Instagram, it's always popping. It's anything that has to do with him always popping up on my expert. So like anytime I say it, like I just have this tiny bit of sadness. Like before, I'm always crying, but now like I don't cry anymore. Like especially since I finished reading his book, because most of like my favorite actor, I don't really try to follow their day to day life. It's just all about the art for me, and I like you as a person. And if I want to stalk your Instagram, I stalk your Instagram, like your pictures, and that's it. Like I don't really. So there's so much that I didn't know about Matthew Perry that I found out in his book, and I'm like, God, this life is literally just so funny, and that's it. That's how most of us see all this celebrated, like which sometimes can be good, but sometimes it just is. Like I feel like it just like when you try to read the things they go through and everything, it makes you just realize they actually like just human being has we have, and like everyone literally has things going for themselves. Of which like I have only have that type of thinking, not necessarily just celebrate. I just always have this thinking that everybody is dealing with life. Life is dealing with people. Everybody has issues they're dealing with, even when they don't talk about it, even when you don't know about it. Trust me, people are dealing with their stuff. So yes, so it was really really so sad. I think I feel like if you're a big fan of him and you've read his memoir and everything, like you feel this sort of sadness because it's like, okay, this is this person that makes me laugh, makes like I don't know what I could be going through. Trust me, any random episode of Friends when I watch it, I'm in a good mood. Like at least for that moment, it can lift up my mood. But now I find it difficult to even watch Friends now because anytime I see it, it just feels so sad, especially when reading the things he went through. So now it's so much sadness. I'm like, God, like life works in a crazy way that we will never understand. Even when you try to understand, it's always like you think you understand life, then something else comes up and you're like, shit, I'm like back to square one. Like I don't even know what's going on. I don't even understand life anymore. Because you might just feel like this is someone that 50 I think 53. Yeah, I think that's 53. I'm not so sure, but either 53 or 54 is around that average. So don't quote me on that. So this is someone that for the 50 something of his life, he wasn't happy, he wasn't at peace, he went through this so much issues and everything. And now when he finally made peace with him, when he finally feels like he's being grounded and he finally feels like he found his purpose and everything, voila, he's dead. So that's really, really, really awesome. I think like so now that's what like anytime I think about him, that just pisses me. I'm just like, no, 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 it should still be alive. It shouldn't be dead. Especially when you find out in his book, his dream, like honestly really wanted to be a father. Like he said it in one of his books. Like I think because as I was reading and I was tweeting about it, I was tweeting about my the quotes. I was quoting him. I was tweeting about the things that stood out for me in the book and the things I could relate to it, the things I felt like okay, yeah, this makes more sense. But the things like okay, yeah, this is how I think. Like I was just tweeting about it. Then yeah, there's one part that said, "Oh, now he's grounded, now he found peace, and he knows that he has a beautiful future ahead of him. He can't wait to become a father, make love with the woman he truly loves, make his parents proud, have fun with his friend and everything." Which I feel like, yeah, he probably got to do everything, have fun with his friend, make his mother and his father proud, but he never got to be a father, he never got to be a husband, and it was so sad. I remember reading that part, and I was like, just like, I just had this tears, like just little bit tears, but like I felt like this sadness in me. I'm like, which is true. Like when you think about it, it's it's not like it's a bad thing, but it is what it is. Not all of us are going to get the chance to do everything we want to do in life. I mean, we're going to try our hardest to try to do everything we dream, we wish, or like deep down we really want to do. But some of us will get the grace to become those things and do all these things. Why some of us won't. It is what it is. It's not like one person is better than the other. It's not like one person is good at the other. No, it's just life. Like life is life. Like I said, you will never understand life even when you try to understand life. And it is so one thing I could take out from the book is also like he is a very sweet person, and I feel like if when you watch Friend, like especially from season one, because most of all the show wants to start from season one, you can see how all this character grows. When you watch Friend, you can actually see this is a sweet person. Like, I mean, yeah, people you can't really know people, but I feel like there's this instance when you see someone that you feel like, okay, this is one of the good guys, okay, this is a sweet person, or this is a nice person. Like I mean, nobody's perfect. You still have your flaws and all that, but then you could just say like, okay, this is actually like a sweet, charming, nice guy. Like I see his character and I see him as a person. There's no two different, which he actually explained in the book. Also, he talked about how the early days when he was the last person they casted, and he almost never even got to do friends. And he talked about like in the industry, especially like in the 90s, when the cast, like when the script was going around with actors and like they've casted everybody, but now they're just trying to get the Chandler character, like they're trying to cast who is going to play Chandler, and he was stuck in one project that wasn't going nowhere. He signed some contract, like he's trying to get out of the contract, like he really wanted to play this character because everybody were talking about it, and he was like, this is me, because that's his personality in real life, and even because he couldn't go for the audition because he was stuck in another contract. Like his friends and other people, they were calling him to ask him to prepare them for the rehearsal because everybody just read it and they just thought this must a period. This is literally how this guy is and everything. So he talked about that. He talked about how he was able to get out of that contract, which is like destiny is destiny. Like he was destined to play it because they actually offered the job to his friend, but his friend had two roles, like from like two roles, not from friends, like from different shows. But his friend didn't want to share because in Friends nobody is the star. All six of them, I think they're six. Yeah, all six of them they are the stars. Like his friend wanted a show where he is the main star. Like he doesn't want to say pick the other show and then pick this friend. That was even how he was able to still get friends to play, and talked about how the writer took them out and tried to, which is another thing, heart is the way of life, because he talked about how like the writer actually took them out to try to get to know them as a person, like different, and try to say, okay, what is it that stand out, like what is this about you, your personality and everything, so we can incorporate it with this character you are playing. So it doesn't really feel like a job. It doesn't really feel like you're playing somewhere else. Like here you're playing somewhere else, but there's a part of you that could relate with this person, like because they really want to make this show what it is. And I feel that's one of the things that make friends. That's why it's still like the best money making machine in the industry. Because till now, like when I sit back and look, I'm like, it's so crazy. Imagine making an act in like the 90s, and now you're still cashing out on it, and not just stupid cashing out, like you're still making big money. It's just crazy. Like I will forever be grateful that I fell in love with art, like forever. So it talks about all those things, and I mean, I'm just trying to talk about the good part. Like there's just so many sad things, and part of one of like part of the main issue they had was He didn't feel connected. He didn't feel connected to anything. Like, and it wasn't trying to play the victim. Even some part that I read, I'm like, no, this person did you wrong. No, is this person fault? No, is this person? You try so hard not to make anything anybody fault, even when it's so obvious as you're reading. Because I mean, we all have brains. You read, you understand, you try to come to your own perspective. You try to, which is that's how art is. Like we could all be looking. I wish you could see like the painting behind me. You could be looking at it, and six of us could be looking at it, and six of us we have different interpretation of it because we have brains, and that's how heart is. We can never say the same thing. It's heart. Like it has to provoke something in between us, and we have different. Like it's going to touch different aspects of our life, and we're going to have different opinions. So I really like talked about how he had like it's just so sad because he had like a difficult life. Even so many parts in the book keep talking about some of the friends like that he met in the industry when they were trying to come up and everything, like all they prayed for, we want fame, we want fame, we want to be rich, we want fame and everything. And he said like I said, it's not everybody that's going to get their wishes. Some make it, some didn't. And he said like even sometimes when I have this conversation with him, they think he's joking. And he said like it means like he could like he would do anything to trade with them, to trade the life they have with the life he has, because like some of them look is rich, he made it to them, he made it, but to him, he did not because those were the wrong dream. And there's another one of his quotes that there's one thing he said also that stood out for me, saying he feels God answered his prayer, God made him famous, so he doesn't spend the rest of his life trying to chase fame. So like I feel like God made like okay because he knows that if he wasn't famous, he's going to be chasing fame, he's going to spend the rest of his life chasing fame, and that God made the wrong dreams come true so he can realize the dreams like these are the wrong dreams, which I feel at some point in life it has always happened to us. Like it's life as we grow, we realize the things we want and not even the things we really, really do want because we grow, we experience life, we experience heartbreak, death, like loss, so much changes have made us like we revolve as people. So sometimes we realize, okay, you know what, these dreams I've always had before, that they are not the right dream for me. These are the wrong dream. Like I probably didn't even want all these things for the right reason. It's like it taught all those parts about his childhood. He didn't have like a easy childhood. Another thing that also stood out for me was the fact that like the present prime minister of Canada, like his dad was actually like the prime minister of Canada, like in the 90s, which Matthew Perry mother worked for and took all his time. So she didn't really have time to be with Matthew. Like so he didn't get the love and affection like he always wanted. Not like his mom doesn't love him with the affection, but wasn't as like oh like she didn't have like the time to spend with him, which he also tried so hard to defend her mom for doing all those things. Saying, oh, she was young, she had me when she was 20, my dad left her, even the father leaving them is to try to justify it, to try like he tries so hard. Like I just like I read the book and I just feel like okay, you know what, this is the man this is a book of a man that has made peace with everyone that has done him wrong, has made peace with his life, and this is a man that's just trying to look forward to the future, that's just trying to like be grounded, be connected and try to just have new dream. So you really, 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 really like it's just really, really so sad that he has to die because I feel like the best the best was just ahead of him. He had like the best life. Talked about like the girls, the women that he could have married, the women that loved him, the women he could have dated, but because of insecurity and because of the issues he had and the battle he was like yeah, which is true. I like to say battle like we're all fighting for life, we're all fighting for ourselves, we're all fighting for something. So yes, literally battle that he has to fight and all those things that didn't make him be the kind of man that this man want. And even if when the they told him and they tried to show him that, you know what, I want you, I love you, and everything. The insecurity just don't, like, it's still with him. Just they have it in his mind that people are going to leave him. They try to leave them first before they leave him, even when they don't even give him any reason for him to do that. So it's just so sad. And also, it made me realize the worst battle. I mean, yes, physically, there like there was happening around the world, yeah, physically. But I like things like mentally, the worst battle you could ever be in is with your mind, because the way our mind works is just crazy. Like literally, it's just crazy the way our mind works. And the last thing you really want to is to be in a battle with your mind, because it's crazy. Your mind will tell you everything is fine, and at the same time, this same mind could try to create a problem even when there is none. So that's why sometimes it's important to be spiritually connected, which he actually addressed also. And he talked, another thing that stood out, he talked about those period he was having his drug issue and all that. Like he actually did see God, that maybe not God, but like it feels like he saw God, he has his vision before he now started becoming spiritually connected. And he talked about how back in the days, we used to ask the wrong prayer. We used to ask for the wrong thing from God, which is a frame, I want to be rich and everything. Then it just that at some point he started changing his prayer to God. Please, I just need your help. I just like help me in all aspects of my life. Help me. And I'm always saying it. If there's anything, it like I mean everybody's going to believe whatever they believe and everything, but this is my belief, and it's like it just has to be spiritually connected. I I don't think I can see myself doing life without this sense of like without me having this sense of like, oh, I'm spiritually connected to something. Like there's like I believe there is God. I have this relationship with him, like this personal relationship with him. I have this spiritual connection to him, because that makes me feel like I'm not alone in this world. Like I'm like I used to tell people, leave me in a house, just me, 5 weeks, 3 weeks, 10 weeks, like I'm fine. I'm like I'm Gucci. Like I'll be fine. I'll survive, because I will like I never feel, which is the thing. Like I mean, loneliness and being alone, or feeling loneliness and feeling alone, they are two different things. One is like a physical thing, and one is like a mental thing. Because I mean, you could be surrounded with people and you still feel like you are lonely. And it could be like like if you're surrounded with people, you still feel like you're lonely, and sometimes it could be like alone, and you never feel the fact like you're literally just alone in this entire house, but you never feel like you're alone. And to me, why like I hardly feel those things, like especially feeling like I'm alone or I'm lonely, is the fact like there's just this. I just have this spiritual connection, like 29 years on earth, and I can say, like, I've seen things, I've dealt with death, I've dealt with heartbreak, I've dealt with betrayal, I've probably betrayed someone at some point, I've dealt with oath, I've probably owed someone at some point. Like, there's just so much that has happened to me that so, like, my perspective on life changed, and that some things that happen that forces me to grow up, forces me to be tough, even when I don't want to be, forces me to see things in a different way. And some of those things, I mean, I wish I didn't go through them, but then it is what it is. Life is life. But now, if I look back, I'm happy I did, because it made me the kind of person I am. It made me change most of my perspective and everything, and it makes me want to even have more relationship with God. It makes me chase, okay, my relationship with God, change, because it makes me you realize. I think I'm trying to look for the word for it. Maybe like more like it just made me realize some things that like took away the not innocent, like not the innocent part, really the naive part. Like you try not to be naive about some things. There's some things that happen that I might be surprised, but at the same time I'm not surprised. It's like it says you obviously there's nothing like kò sí kan tuntun lábẹ́ ọ̀run. Like there's nothing new on earth. Like you always say that. which is true. No matter how crazy it is, no matter maybe you're seeing it for the first time, you're hearing it for the first time, trust me, it's not new. It has been happening mm, back in the days in some aspect of like the world is just too wild for you to think, oh, this thing is just happening for the first time. No. Maybe you are just experiencing it, maybe you are just seeing it, but trust me, it has been happening. So you just need like because I mean I know how to explain it, but yeah, but this spirit connection, it's just this connection of like, I mean, there's some things I face that like I faced it alone, like literally alone. I remember, I think last 2 months or so, last 3 months, I had to like lost myself back to it, trust myself. And I remember telling one of my friends I worked up for the first time because yeah, people talk about oh the loneliness you feel when you move to a new country and everything. And I'm like, for the first time, like I hardly feel alone. I hardly feel like I'm alone or like I'm lonely because like there's just so much to do to occupy those things. Like, there's just so much that I found joy in that I do. And like right from time, like I've always enjoyed my own company and I've always enjoyed spending time with myself. And I'm not this kind of person that waits on, oh, I need to do this. Like, yeah, I love doing things with people, but I won't wait for like, oh, I need to do it. Like, if I don't go to this place with people, I'll be shy, Like, I wake up, I go to places by myself because I know I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to meet people there that can relate with we have a good time. Not necessarily we need to keep the relationship going or form friendship, but no, at this point we are here, we're experiencing this thing together. Let's experience it, let's keep on to the memories. Let's go on about with our life. We always have our memories. I always believe in like create and make a good memories for yourself. Like that's like yeah. And that's I feel like that's how you fight. Like that's how you win the battle of the world. You need to keep creating amazing memories for yourself. Like even when your mind is trying to take you to a dark place, you have somewhere else to divert it to that now. Like no, yes, this year might be tough, but I've made like a good memory. Like, oh, let's think about this good memories. No, we are not going back to the old one. The good one we need to focus on. So yeah, like back to so I keep telling my friend I've never really like felt feeling like, oh, I'm alone, I'm lonely. And even when I was doing all these things, I didn't feel like I was alone. But yeah, maybe like lonely, that, oh, okay, like I wish I had someone to do all this for me. I wish I didn't have to like be the one to take care of myself. I wish there was someone to take good care of me. But feel like, oh, I'm alone in the world. No, I never felt like I'm alone in the world because I know there's someone out there watching over me. I know, like, even when I sit, like, it's not just me. Like, there's someone how, like, there's someone beside me. There's someone holding me, and it's like maybe not like a room, like that's the spiritual connection. That's me being like, okay, you know what, like. I'm okay. I always have this feeling like, I'm okay. Like even when I'm not okay, I'm okay because I know this person up there got like he has my back. Like his word, he said his word upon my upon my life is always going to be positive and he's a promise keeper and he's going to keep his word. So he talked about like finding God, being connected and everything. So yeah, I think that's also another important thing in winning the battle of the mind. You need to be spiritually connected. I mean, people say different things at the same time, it still boils down to the same thing. Even when we are saying different, it still mean different. It still means the same thing. People will tell you, "Oh, meditate." Yes, when you quiet your mind and everything, you're thinking to your mind and everything. That's the spiritual connection. That's like God. People will tell you, "Oh, always say good things to yourself. Wake up." That's you. Even when you think it's not prayer, that's the prayer. That's like that's it. No matter like whatever you think you believe in, except for the devil. But whatever you think you believe in, it still boils down to the spiritual connection you have to God. Like it still boils down to, oh, okay, yes, this person, this spirit, this connection. Because the world is hard as it is. People are killing themselves day to day. Things are happening. It's crazy. I mean, I always tell people everyone is not as strong as the other person, which it is. Like, I mean, when you read the things that make them start doing drugs and everything. to you, your own mind, like if you're in that situation, you probably would have handled it the way he handled it. But I always tell people have different mentality and different mind, and my will of strongness is different from the other person's will of strongness. I mean, there's some things I'm being through. I should tell the next person. They probably won't survive it, or they probably will survive it and like become someone different because like the way we handle things and our like the things we could handle is just so different. Like I tell people, when you imagine it, when things are hard, there's some people that would rather do odd jobs, like the jobs they will never do to just earn something because they would never like they won't resort to stealing. Meanwhile, there's some people when things are hard, even when it's not as hard, they rather steal than do whole job or try to be like or put themselves in this position. That's our willingness. That's our and that's our willingness. That's like things we can handle. The way we see life, our value. Yeah, yeah. Or yeah, I could probably had like listen. I could actually had like our values also, but yeah, that's just it. We like. I mean, the things that some people go through, and the next thing that comes to their mind, like, oh, suicide. But people will probably go through it and will have like the willingness to fight it. That's it. Like not everybody will win when it comes to this wall of mine, but at the same time, I don't wish it on everyone because I've been there and I know what and I know that's the worst war you want to be with. You want to be in, like fighting your own mind. It's crazy. It puts you. It tells you things that are not probably even true. It puts you in some makes you create some situation. Like it's just crazy. It's just literally crazy. That's why when they tell you, oh wait, this person has lost his mind, it's because like you have to be sound mentally. Like your mind, you just have to you can't do life without that. When mentally you are not sound, mentally you are not being taken care of, you're not winning the war in your head. Trust me, it's going to reflect on the things you do on the outside. So it's, it's really crazy. And I wish everyone listens to this when the battle when it comes to mind. And yeah, that, that's just the way of life. Like I always said, I always feel like God speak to us through heart, speaks to us through heart. Anyone doing anything that has to do with creative, I always have this high respect for them because I feel God sent message through them to us, even when they don't know, even when they don't know. God will like just God just does that. If you haven't read this book, please do. It's just so insightful. Apart from the fact that you learn so much about him, you read it and just like I mean, you learn from his mistakes. You learn so many insightful things. You learn about his life journey, and just like yeah, the book also made me make the peace of him dying. It's just like you know what, like I'm not like next time I read about your news and anything, like try so hard not to be sad because I'm just like you know what, he has tried. He has fought the good fights, and now I hope he's resting wherever he is, and I hope he knows he was well loved because even like apart from reading like everything all his friends has to say or people that have met him has to say about him, even in the book it could just say that he was really, really well loved and I just hope he's at peace. I'm going to end it with one of my favorite quotes from the book that I said when oh okay yeah this one actually like I like it like this one I talked about when someone does something nice for someone else I see God which is true like there's like you see God in almost every like if we want to look for it like if we want to look for it it's everywhere I walk at the bus stop place we live like beside us everywhere we really want to see God, we really want to connect with Him, we really want to be grounded in this in the spirit. It's everywhere. We just have to look for it, and we just have to be ready. But yeah, I'm going to end this episode with one of my favorite quotes from the book. It says, someday you too might be called upon to do something important. So be ready for it. And when whatever happens, just think, what will Batman do? And do that. So don't forget, I hope you live by that. Like, always remember, what will Batman do? And do that. Thank you for watching this episode.